The opening bounce here at the MCG. It is Collingwood and Melbourne.
The Melbourne Football Club, massive day for the Danahers. Gawn knocked down Oliver, misread it, picked up in the middle by Treloar. What a sizzler! Stevenson on the lead. Good shot, benign conditions here today, not a lot of wind. There it is, directly in front. He's a fast starter, and he's a good set shot goal kick. And when you say that, coming back, post.
Completely different looking side for Melbourne than 6 weeks ago. Hoare, kick intercepted, side bottom, quick pick up on the left, over the top. Stevenson runs into trouble. Little give, Pendlebury taken to ground. A couple of captains to MND years ago.
That was a flick handball then from Stevenson. See that, Tim? Back of the knuckles.
I tell you what, they're testing their defences out very early in the piece too, aren't they, Melbourne? There's a bit of claret running from the eye of Salem.
Hey, Jimmy, how disconcerting is it that having a blood rule with an accidental bang of the head there early in the game, and you've got to go and get stitched up?
Yeah, look, they can get them pretty patched up really quickly, BT. So, look, it's not as big a worry, but now they've got to do all the sort of concussion testing as soon as we have head injuries, as we have another blood rule coming off.
Elliott keeps it alive to Treloar. Treloar to Pendlebury. Pendlebury pumps it to the top. High ball. Good mark, Gawn, defensively.
And Ferris last year, 20 Brownlow votes for Gawn or Lever. Looks like he might have hurt himself. Hoskin Elliott picked it up quickly. Here's a chance for Pendlebury. Rolls on in. Spargo gets a hand to him.
Playing at this speed or level for a while. Had no awareness there. My immediate thought was that he may have done his knee there, the way that Varco came across it, but...
Together since returning from suspension. Into the pocket he goes. Myercheck, Lever, free kick Myercheck. Lever doesn't agree.
Advantage.
Stevenson rolls into the open goal. They get the first. They lead by 8.
Well, there's a free kick. I mean, that's clearly a free kick. I mean, you can't just push somebody out of the way like that. Down at the bottom of the screen there, you saw that Viney just stopped after the whistle. He's believing, OK, well, that's a free kick. They're going to be paid. He's stopped. Watch this one. This is a better angle of it. And Stevenson just keeps... He picks the ball up. Oh. And he's gone.
Isn't that Jack Viney's fault, though?
I think you've got to keep playing.
Yeah.
You just have to.
Yep, footy front on contact to Phillips. And they go once again. Sear, long ball, good ball. Stevenson, how does he find that space?
You should be watching the play now. He took his eyes off the ball there.
They love to play him out of the square, Stevenson, don't they?
They do.
Jimmy, they love him coming at the footy, don't they? Look at Jimmy after this as Stevenson is about 35 metres out directly in front, and that one's a little to the right. Wagner back to Hunt. Neat little kick around the corner. Just a little high for Jack Viney. Oliver came through with a bit of muscle and under pressure sticks it out of bounds on the full. Cox. May. I'm going to ask you about Cox and Reid in a moment, Tim. Hoare to Harms, putting him under the pump. So I got him with a beautiful tackle. This is almost their first entry inside 50. In fact, it didn't quite get there. Has now Petrarca, but it's a very, very shallow entry, I've got to say. And high tackle, Petrarca. He's a good kick. Won the Neil Danaher Trophy 2 years ago in this game. Petrarca, and it'll come back a little, but not enough. Honest, really working-class game today, and I reckon that'll be enough for him.
Well, he's just missed that. His marking is just off at the moment, but...
Myercheck, he let it behind to go. He picks it up at the other end. Runs into an open goal. They get their second. Lead by 15.
Here's the fly. In perfect position, but his hands, if you were to slow that down, his fingers actually weren't in the correct position to take the ball. And just this bloke, how many times have we seen him be able to pick...
Kick was set up for Petrarca, won't get there, off hands. Hunt, can he find a way through? He had Fritsch over the top. Jeremy Howe did well to knock it in favour of Roughhead. Main under pressure, Cotman high.
Hibbert tries to get rid of it. Stephen was doing the tackling. Wagner boot to ball. There's Jeremy Howe.
That's controversial, that. He's saying that he used his boot into his back. Just watch this again. That's not why that rule was introduced.
You take that out of it, you're taking one of the great components of Australian rules football out of the game. That is not a decision that can be made, Tim, surely. Gee.
So McDonald is offline, and the jeers become cheers from a Collingwood standpoint. And there's Roughhead. Cool and composed to a man that's always cool and composed. Chris takes on Garlett, got the handball away to side bottom. Bouncing ball, tricky for Greenwood. Went in the Pendlebury direction. Myercheck.
Hi, Collingwood.
So goes and gets it. It'll give Pendlebury over the top. Here's a chance. Josh Thomas. Treloar. Long ball, good ball, clever ball. Hoskin Elliott. Hoskin Elliott, half a dozen from half a dozen so far this year. He steered it through, rarely misses. Pies have got their third.
But that's the way it goes. Out of the middle, they have got 10 minutes to get this right, Melbourne, or they're in danger of being blown away. They need a goal from Hannon here, and they haven't got it. Feet to elevate yourself into the air. Now, a big job here, Tom McDonald. Darcy Moore steps on the gas and did beautifully, Darcy Moore.
That's all about athleticism, and that's one of the great things that he brings, although it's been paid deliberately. I think umpire's got it's right, that decision.
Jeez, they were
harsh but right.
Tap it on, Tim.
I don't think that was his intention.
So here is McDonald as a result, and on his non-preferred side, you saw it. The old spiral again, so quickly. Look at the space again. Look at the space again. It's there every time. He's told to go. Round the corner. Wobbler. Lever on the line.
He's at half forward, side bottom. Just goes in between side bottom. I think it's Brown. Shuffles the ball. Looks about. Runs to 50. Drift to the left, looks like it's going to fall short. Grundy knocks it to a dangerous spot. Man, there is Salem. Bullets the handball to Fritsch. Couple of lefties combine and works it into the pocket. Cox, Fritsch in front. Cox heard the umpire. Play on. This might work its way through.
Hopefully everything goes nicely for us. We get off to a great start. They keep the ball at the other end of the ground, but they've been really forced to work hard.
A good battle there today. Viney hassled and tackled by side bottom, and Boyle on Brown. The knockdown here, Sire. Neat little handball. Brown straightens. Could have gone for home. Gave it to the big man. Goes around the corner with a wild one.
Get involved again. Howe. Again. Reads it well. Couldn't quite reel it in. Wiedemann with the rip jumper to Petrarca. Long ball. One-on-one. All or nothing here for Garlett. Greenwood's left it behind. Garlett will run in. Got control of it now. Roughhead won't catch him. Garlett goes along the ground. D's get the first of their afternoon.
He sizes up and thinks, no, I need to go for a bit of extra distance. Doesn't get the best barrel that he's ever connected with in his life, but it was just enough to go that extra distance into the space in front.
He goes to Oliver. Now a chance for the Demons through Fritsch. Onto the logo, finds his man Petrarca. Got a couple of runners. Oliver continues on. Fritsch involved earlier. Back to Salem. Dropped it moments ago in the pocket to Fritsch. Runs around, runs into trouble, gets out of trouble. Oliver feeds it through. Still a chance. Spargo, poor kick, bad finish.
Really poor kick from Spargo. He's got to make it better.
Brayshaw, so this is where they've let themselves down. Can they find a man inside 50? Petrarca, main in pursuit. Petrarca fires. Bang! Deadly accurate. They get their second.
Well, they love playing on the pace, don't they, Melbourne? They play on at every opportunity. Almost came unstuck again, but terrific finish there.
Pendlebury, Grundy, DeGoey, Pendlebury, Brown, low ball. This man here just keeps getting it. It's unbelievable. Stevenson, that one's left as well. Come back a little, but not enough.
Hannon on the mark, Greenwood with ball in hand. Floats it to about 20 out off Gawn hands. May couldn't take it cleanly. Myercheck tackled immediately by Hall. He's going.
Over down on the bench, so still no sign of him.
Holding Collingwood. Brody. Sorry, it's Brody's. Brody's.
All the players
Total confusion.
have gone the other way
The
because
umpire
they
signalled the wrong way.
Okay.
they're all.
The left arm, what the free kick was paid for.
But aren't they dancing together there?
Yeah.
I think the last bit was, look, it's...
He's about as good as there is in the game right now. Pies have got their fourth.
Crisp. Petrarca went and got it. Dazzling little pickup. Entry inside 50. Wiedemann, wonderful trap. Turn, thought about the goal. Went the short ball. Spargo couldn't complete the mark. Probably should have in the end. More funny little hop and handball there. Almost like he's playing hopscotch. And now he's caught. And there is Frost. Track suited up.
It was a
teammate.
solid clash, wasn't it, between he and Salem?
Yep.
They still haven't taken a mark inside there, attacking 50.
Arms to Baker. Baker with speed. Short ball this time. It's taken by Gullett. He can have a look at it. But they've been letting themselves down by hand. That sort of stuff. Mopped up cleanly, easily. And suddenly the Pies are on their way out. Looks so promising for the D's. But now they're just cantering out through Treloar. Left boot. Gawn, Grundy, Myercheck going to take a bounce. De Goey, he looks ominous. Myercheck sees him. Myercheck goes in the De Goey direction. De Goey, Hibbert, De Goey, still De Goey, De Goey, De Goey, De Goey, goal!
Now that there, Tim, that lacks the responsibility of kicking the goal. It means I don't want to take and own that moment.
Absolutely. And what happened behind that, or forward of the ball for Collingwood, was that the defence wasn't set up for Melbourne either. So
that's in ball, Pendlebury, De Goey, he's dangerous. Here's Sire, Sire fires. Easy pick off, Sire, crisp. To a hot spot with space, but Hoare, the man who brought it in, heads towards the wing. Side bottom left it behind, got it again, took a knock, took on the tackler. He got pinged. Got time, 10 to play.
Sorry, guys. Still, if it did, it was momentary. I didn't see it, mate. Time back on.
Good conversation between both. That's how Sean Ryan handles the players, and that's how they should be handled. Ryan, Viney, inside 50. Little one from Spargo, and I think he's kicked it. He has.
Good on Will, doesn't feel obliged to do it quickly. Cox floats across the front, handle not so good. McDonald picks it up.
Hold up.
Well, I reckon he's probably a bit lucky.
No, hold that. I can't see it's over the other side. I'm just holding it.
so it's either a 50-metre penalty.
Mason, come round.
No, but what the umpire's saying, he didn't see him handball it. So he was blocked with Mason Cox being in the way, so he didn't know that he'd played on Tim, I think, was the case. I think that's what the umpire was trying to say. Penetrating deep ball, Lever's got to go back, and that'll give him enormous confidence.
To Crisp. Normally on his left, this time the right. Varco, fumble, still good. Found Treloar, Maynard to Myercheck. Fritsch got a hand in there. Hoare missed his man in Salem. Ricocheted about the place. Still a chance for the Pies. Myercheck fires at goals. Skips on through. Pies have got half a dozen. I suppose it's the match 11 of them in this term. Here's a chance. Wiedemann. Can he fire and kick a goal? Needs to. Doesn't. Miss. Myercheck was ready. Hoare had to be desperate and was. Hibbert gives it up. Grundy already kicked one. Trying to set up another. Myercheck. Can he kick another? Kick the last for the Pies. Myercheck.
Here, Haim, the Demons. Jones wide. Baker. Varco off the bench, going to run him down. Didn't know he was there. Got outside of him at the last moment, and in the end, forced a poor kick from Baker.
Brown to Sire. Inside they go. Pendlebury doesn't connect as he would have liked. Side bottom can make amends. One hand, still a chance. Side bottom. It was almost sort of. Look at that again, where the Jaden Hunt went with him at the leg. Hibbert. Then bullets the ball to the wing. Got a bit of space here, Hannon. Hard to believe he left it behind, though. Howe. Little toe poke towards the boundary line. Desperate for the football. Baker, the tackler. Well, again, what was...
Side play a game of AFL football this year than what Melbourne have been. Look at this, just a simple mark now dropped.